wave at everybody. It's like, hey. But then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit the share button. And wait a minute, I have to come over here. Right?
You got to pop out the chat.
Oh, yeah, that might work. We're going to do this, guys. I'm telling you.
Pardon me.
Is there people here? No, it's just me talking. Where am I going? Oh,
Your
wait.
Aren't here?
No, their peoples are here. Share. Oh, let go.
Yeah, we got 5 waiting. I got to hit like. Come on, like number 3. There you go.
Oh,
good.
That's what I wanted.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go here.
We got digital countdown.
But I'm not shutting us down this time. We can actually talk while it's going on.
Is this the real countdown right now? Let's see. Is this really
the final countdown?
Oh yeah, it's really
we're already live, man.
The final countdown.
Did you notice the music's not blowing us out this week?
Right. I don't have to turn my volume down to one during this portion.
Yeah, I muted
I moved the analyzer to the middle of the logo.
Look at the drone therapy logo dropping in. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shit going on. It's like a party.
It kind of flying sideways from Minter, flying FPV.
Well, it's kind of like
but you hear the
Addy mode. It's an Addy mode in a stiff wind.
The epic music, man. The epic. You notice there's nobody here. Either that or I'm just not up that. See that right there. Hear that I couldn't get that crackle out no matter how hard I tried.
I barely heard it. It's fine.
Using the wrong keyboard. It would help if I use the right keyboard. What the frick is wrong?
Mike's talking, so we don't feel so bad.
There you go.
Mike's keep the chat room busy.
Are here.
There you go. There, Lauren's in.
All right.
Chuck, I forgot to open another. I have my other Windows remote power.
Oh, now they're coming in. Sorry,
Lord. Pouring in to hear how stupid we're going to
sound. No. Turn it up to 11.
11.
Turn it up to 11.
He obviously lives alone. Doesn't care if he blows the rest of the house out with the volume. Lone Star is with us.
Yes.
Howdy, Kai.
See, this isn't overbearing now either. Look, there's my cursor. Woo!
There's a delivery drone. There's my package.
It's be skeet shooting season with those soon.
Delivery drone delivered your part 107.
We're here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Drone Therapy Season 5, Episode 19, getting your 107. And this is going to be round 5, and I kind of called it controlling your crew.
Can we get the girl like walking by with a sign with the 5? Or is it too late for that?
I don't know. The only thing I got, let's see, this is the best I can do. And I've just been playing with these because you have to do transparent GIFs. And I built this.
You need the chick with the 5 going by, like, and
I like the little FPV drone. That was the FPV drone.
He's going to bust my balls no matter what I do, man.
It's okay. It's a little sloppy.
Anyway,
it's a good
so tonight we're like I said, we're talking about things dealing with the crew. And before we get into the quiz section, I thought we would talk about the bullet points of this particular episode. Like I said, it's like controlling the crew. So there's like a different bullet points to begin with. I'm going to throw it around the room, let everybody say, hey, what's up and what's going on? First off, going to Mr. Michael Wright, sir. How you doing this week and what's going on?
Doing great. Doing all. Hopefully everybody's doing well here.
Good. Chuck, how you doing? What's up with you?
Hey, I'm good, Bill. Thanks for inviting me again. Guys ready to learn some 107 stuff?
Okay. Why does Chuck keep saying it? Chuck, you're part of the crew. You're the one that has to decide you don't want to show up. So you have an infinite invitation. Okay.
There you go.
He's already left. So, and we got Sergio, got Johnny, got Lauren, got
I'll stay.
Lone Star, got Thomas, got Drone Shots, got Sergio. Okay, I said Sergio 2 or 3 times. Okay, glad to hear that Chuck's doing well. I'm going to throw it over to Ron. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Ron?
I'm doing very well, Bill. I'm glad to be back for lesson 5 here in Jason's chapter, Remote Pilot 101 training course to prepare you to pass your Part 107 test. And this is the biggest lesson. 5. It's a little bit more to it than the last one we did, lesson 4, but it's definitely one of the easier ones to work your way through. So
yeah,
I think you guys will enjoy it tonight.
Yep, I think so. And to just go ahead and roll right into it, our first particular bullet point of the evening. And I want this. I'm going to throw it over to Chuck first for our first hazardous attitude.
Machoism. Hold my beer and watch this. Is machoism.
Okay, so yes. And do we have any more hazardous attitudes?
I forget the rest. That's the one I remember.
Oh my God, I forget the rest.
Wait, that's the important one.
Well, what about impulsivity? I can't say impulsivity.
Okay, what is impulsivity?
Well, are you an impulse person, Bill? Do you just do things like on impulse, or do you plan everything out you do?
It depends on what she looks like.
Ooh. Well, fail to plan to fail.
No.
Well, I'm impulsive. One of the things Jason, one of his examples of impulsivity. Sorry, I can't work my way through that. I wasn't drinking, folks. If you're out in the field and you're having an issue during your flight, somebody with impulse would just say, "Hey, I'm just gonna get the drone home. I'm gonna ignore everything and just do something and get it back." Where you're not supposed to just do something impulse. You're supposed to think the situation out. Come up with a couple different options to how you're gonna get the drone back, get the drone on the ground, get the drone under control, whatever it may be. You want to think about options to pick the best one, not just go on impulse and do the first thing you think of. Mike, is that pretty much it?
That's it. You also got the anti-authority. Like, I'm in charge. I'll take care of it. And nobody can show me how to do it.
Anti-authority.
Anti-authority.
We had a president like that recently. Oh, sorry.
Politics on this show, Charlie.
Think about right now.
Chuck's been neutered for the next 5 minutes.
There you
go. Now, anyway, continuing on. What about? Is there anything else?
Yes, resignation.
Yes, resignation. What would you say? Resignation? Just hell with it. Giving up.
Another political.
Watching it fly away. Watching it fly away, or just not caring. What?
Yep. You just. I give up.
What I do is not going to help.
Give up.
Forget it. Just give up. Yeah.
Throw the remote in the air.
The Seinfeld effect.
What about I say? Hey, can you put this in the pawn shop? Okay.
Well, resignation would be. I don't know if this is Jason's example, but resignation would be. Hey, it's no way I can get this drone home safely, so I just give up and I'm just going to fly it home at 800 feet high to get it back. That would be you just give it up on trying to do a safe flight in the middle of the flight.
Just give it up.
Wait.
What they say, Bill?
Oops.
Stevie.
Do we have any Italians on the panel that have a good lasagna menu?
Now, remember, I do believe that I heard earlier that one of the criteria to a good show was being honest and staying on subject about drones.
Be forthright.
Oh, not get off on lasagna.
Be forthright. I'm pretty much non-bullshit always. But anyway, so we've got all those covered. We've covered the hazardous attitude. Remember those for later on in the show.
We got one more, Bill. We forgot, I think.
We got one. There's 5.
We forgot invulnerability.
Oh, yep, invulnerability.
Right.
So, does anybody know what invulnerability means as far as flying your drone? And we're not. This isn't Superman invulnerability.
Super
invulnerability as far as flying your drone.
Super drone syndrome.
Like nothing happened to me, basically.
Like Ken Herron with 2 eyes on your drone. I don't know. That sounds like right. So it's kind of like thinking that, that power line's not going to hurt my drone. That car's not going to hurt my drone. That 18-wheeler's not going to hurt my drone. That kind of thing.
It can't happen to me. It's not me. Somebody
else.
Like
Ivan in that Bond movie. I am invincible. It was GoldenEye, wasn't it? I am invincible.
Goldeneye reference.
GoldenEye.
That's a good one. It's
He's
classic.
clicking the pen.
Or it'll never happen to me. Watch this.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Hey, before we move on from hazard attitudes, I do want to mention that this definitely showed up when I took my test. So I would I'd really recommend learning these because I can pretty much guarantee it. Mike, can you second this?
They'll
They
be on
definitely
the
show up on the test.
Probably several questions on this.
Exactly. More than one related to this hazard attitude. So I would definitely get these down on your studies.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah.
I remember that question on mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready to move along?
For 5.2 of crew resource management. Yes, we are.
Yes. Crew roles. Crew roles. So what would you define as crew roles, gentlemen?
Well, this is the most important term to learn. I don't think anything gets referenced more than this term CRM. I mean, actually, that's crew resource management, which gets referenced a whole lot in all the studies and the files. But one thing you want to know mostly is remote PIC, remote pilot command. They say this over and over and over again. So if you don't know this, you won't pass the test.
Yeah, that's probably at least 4 or 5 questions. That's the correct answer, no matter what.
Pilot in command.
Almost always
remote pilot in command. Everybody else is your biatch.
We need to know. On the front it says PIC, and on the back it says know your role.
That's right.
All right.
So I think most people have an idea, but the remote pilot command is, I'll just give you a real world example. He would say he'd be the guy who was part 107, and the other people in the crew we're going to get to, the visual observer and the person manipulating the controls. They don't necessarily have to have their part 107 as long as they're under the command of the remote PIC, who does have his part 107. Is that pretty much correct, Mike?
That's pretty much it.
That's it. You only need one. You only need one boss.
Well, another thing too is if you've got one remote pilot in command, nobody else on the crew has to have a 107, do they?
Right, and they can still fly. You're just responsible.
And they throw their stuff out. Yeah. Okay.
You are responsible for your crew.
The PIC doesn't even have to touch the controller to be in charge of the flight.
As long as he can see what's going on.
But you'll find out later too that anybody involved in it can't have alcohol or drugs for 8 hours.
We'll get that. That's going to be bullet point 5.4. Now, just to move on, anybody here, Chuck, Mike, could you explain to the people what a visual observer is? And that's very important nowadays with all these FPV drones around and everything.
That's my wife.
There you go.
That's why you got married?
When I'm flying FPV, that's my wife.
And what is the duty of the visual observer, Chuck?
They must maintain visual. What's it called? Visual. Help me out. Visual something. No, not VLOS. No, I can't think of the word now. I know it was on the exam.
Visual.
Come on. They need to know what the hell's going on around them and around the drone. Situational awareness. I struggle with that. I think it was too much. See, that's why you can't. That's why it's 8 hours after you drink one of these, because that's my problem.
Yeah, well, we're getting that good. Don't give them the answers early, Chuck. So, okay, everybody kind of knows what a visual observer is. It's very important when people are flying FPV drones. Now, what about the person manipulating the controls? It kind of is self-explanatory, but Mike, what is the how would you beyond the obvious definition define the person manipulating the controls?
Well, they have to be basically adjacent to the pilot in command. So the pilot in command can't take over if need be.
They have to work very closely.
Very closely. He has to be able to take over the controls. So he can't be 50 yards away.
He can't be on a radio, around the block. He's got to be within, say, 6 feet or something.
That is correct.
Well, I thought he had to be to where he could actually see what your hands were doing on the control.
And he can take it over at any one time.
Or he has to be able to see the drone.
And I believe binoculars are a no-no.
Only to look up, But I think you have to have another visual observer with the eye still on if the other visual observer would go with the binoculars. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That sounds correct.
But binoculars can be used for situational.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I was like,
situational awareness. I can't believe I couldn't think of awareness. Well, I guess I'm not very aware. I'm wearing underwear. Does that count as aware? That's part of an aware.
It gives
underwear.
Wait.
Okay, I think, does anybody have any questions about the crew roles? I think we've kind of, with a few jokes along the way, I think we got that all defined out pretty good.
Yeah, it really was. We're doing. I like this format so far. Hopefully, that when I get the questions up, it'll work.
Planning process is one to communicate with ATC. Incorporate the means.
This sounds like a copyright strike.
Yeah, it might be. Okay, and next, let's go to. It wasn't long enough. I think it had to be 9 seconds.
Did you cheat on your test in high school, Bill? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I know.
You have like a little earphone in and listen to Jason while you're taking the test.
Do you see this? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Mike. So,
it was?
Oh, I see.
Anyway,
all right.
You see what mine says?
I
was the one that I never came to class to and show up for tests. And then they'd get pissed off and they'd be like, man. That's why I took this professor that didn't have an attendance policy. Anyway. So next up would be contingency procedures. What would that entail, gentlemen?
Okay, one thing Jason talks about, have a plan for alternate landing spots and a recovery site. Have that, planned out before you even take off. And some of the other bullet points he put down on his slide was you want to be able to communicate with ATC, air traffic control, if you have a problem, to let them know, maybe where you are in the air, or if you don't know where you are in the air. And you got to know your airspace, because if you have to make a contingency plan to come back a different direction or a different height, you have to know in advance if that airspace is Class G to be able to fly in that, making a return or a height. And then, of course, you want to also have a plan in place to know when the time to terminate the flight is. If everything's going wrong and you're not going to make it back, you have to have a plan to basically ditch the thing and terminate the flight.
In Russia, drone lands you.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
I like that one. Drone lands you.
I was literally looking at the chat, right? Clicking off names, boom, boom, boom. And then I heard Chuck go, and I knew exactly what happened because I saw Mike coming back around the corner of the desk. That's why I was laughing while I was clicking on names. Somebody, I just want to say, Kevin Adams vlogs, as you all see. He lives in the Philippines. I thought it was kind of cool. He's been checking us out. He does a lot of live streams and stuff. If you want to check out the Philippines and stuff while he's over there, just glad to see you in here. Glad to see all the regulars. And if you'll see, I'm clicking names as I can go along. Have we covered contingency procedures?
Well, and we also got Geek Spot in here all the way from jolly old England.
Yeah,
he's probably look, he's
5 hours ahead.
Look.
He's trying to be good. That's because John's not on yet.
Yeah,
the horns will come up. The horns will come up. And that'll be Sean.
I've got my fingers crossed that I can pull something off for next week, but I'm not going to say anything else.
Right.
Welcome to Mel over 400 AGL. He's in the house with us now.
All right, so
Mike, did I cover pretty much everything in?
I think so.
In contingency procedures.
3 main contingencies. You got it.
Next up is kind of self-explanatory, but we'll cover it anyway. Drugs and alcohol. So,
this is important.
I don't have any left
because almost at everybody's test. I got my hard water here. What is it? You're prohibited. The rules prohibit a person from serving as an SUAS pilot crew member if you consumed any alcohol within the last 8 hours before your flight, and I saw that on my test. That did come up. So you want to know that 8 hours, and anybody under the influence of alcohol cannot be part of the crew, and the blood alcohol has to be 0.04 or greater to be considered legally unable to fly a drone. So that's just saying, just because the 8 hours have passed by, if you still have alcohol in your system even after 8 hours, you still have to be under that number, that 0.04, to be able to fly. So that number is also was on my test. So no the 8 hours and no 0.04.
And that's for the college people out there. wake up 10 hours later and still blowing up.
Yeah, I know.
0.07.
Remember those old days, but and also using a drug that would cause any mental or physical capability, issues, or is also prohibited or whatever. So that could be prescription drugs, could be a cold formula, something that maybe would make you fatigued or woozy. That would also prohibit you from being part of the crew. I think I've got everything covered there.
Any medication that says do not operate heavy machinery on the back of the label.
Very good point, Chuck. Very good.
Drone.
That's it. But again, don't just skip over this part because some of this stuff will be on the test. I mean, I think almost everybody sees one or two of these questions worded in a way to try to trick you.
Wait.
Exactly.
Oh boy, the guy digging on poor Ken.
Oh, here we go.
8 hours.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing. Ken doesn't drink and fly. He only drinks on Wednesday nights when
he only drinks when he live streams.
There you go. He only drinks
when he live streams in the studio.
Drone brews.
Yes.
Well, at least that's what I'm going to say.
So if we don't have any questions about drugs and alcohol, I guess we could move on to crew fatigue.
Yes, crew fatigue is next.
Right.
Okay, so this is kind of a simple one. Even Jason doesn't spend much time on his video. Basically, the question that appears on a lot of tests is,
wow,
how can power fatigue be recognized?
Hang on 1 second. I wanted to go because this is obvious that in Canada the rules are different. So if you've drank a beer, you got to wait 12 hours.
Oh boy!
And if you've smoked a joint, you can't fly for a month.
What if you haven't joined any beer, no?
Huh?
What if you're enjoying a beer while you're having a joint?
Then you gotta wait. You gotta wait a month and a day.
28.5 days.
There you go. 28.5.
At that point, Bill, you might as well discharge those drone batteries.
All right. So back to crew fatigue. I took this off on a tangent too long.
Yeah, like I said, Jason doesn't talk about this much in tests. He just basically points out the test, the question that appears on a lot of tests.
Well, how about let's try to think of situations that would lead to crew fatigue, like maybe driving a long distance to a shoot.
That's the example Jason puts in the thing. If it takes you 8 hours to drive to the location you have to fly at, you could be tired, and that would you'd be considered to be in an impaired state. At that point, you shouldn't be flying.
Jet lag.
This was kind of almost like a truck driver keeping log, man. So
true
in a wild kind of way. But what else besides driving somewhere would create stress? Maybe would create fatigue.
Well, that's the next one. That's 5.6 when we get the stress.
Right. But it's still gonna. It's what I'm trying to say is. The whole point is it's one of the most important under the crew fatigue. So, but stress is another one. What else besides driving a long distance?
Staying up all night editing your vlog till 1 a.m.
That's another good example, Chuck.
But I never do that.
But other than how would you categorize that under
fatigue?
Sleep deprivation.
There you go. Something sleep deprivation. There's another one. Yeah. Things along that line that would lead to normal fatigue. Also lead to crew fatigue. All right, so
this is another one, Bill, where when they put this question in the test, they answer in a way to try to trick you. So
I love the way they word
you got to be careful when you see this because the all three of them could kind of be the right one. They try to trick you here, but basically the answer is as being in an impaired state is the one you want to choose. Uh-oh.
Drone Shots is going to change his name to Blood Shots.
Oh boy.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
That kind of went there.
We got Lloyd in here with us. Oh, I'm always in Paris. It's called old age. I'm with you, Lloyd.
Remember,
it does affect reflexes.
What you do to reduce what?
I hear chopped up.
I hear it again. Yeah,
chopped up freaking strike in the making.
Ron keeps going back and checking the actual channel there. That's what it is.
No, I'm glad Mike's checking because I don't have much written down for the next one.
I'm just going to look on the side.
Hyperventilation and stress management.
Paper bag.
Okay,
that's what I joke, Chuck. Jason says that in the course. He says he talks about rapid breathing, and he talks about the paper bags. That's straight from the video.
Well, my dad taught me that about 1,000 years ago for hiccups.
Well, we've all
hiccups
seen
is
that.
Hyperventilating.
We've all seen that in every TV show and everything since we were tiny.
Yeah. It works.
That thing, just sucking in the old CO2 and
don't use a plastic bag unless you want to, die.
I mean, every test is different, but I did not see the hyperventilation question in my test.
What? I'm still hooked on the plastic bag unless you want to die.
Play Space Cowboy and put it over your head. I think that's a very bad idea.
All right. So, and the other thing is also stress management. So things that you would do to manage stress. So what things do you do? Do you all personally do to manage
stress at home first?
Okay, that's okay.
That is the answer. There's nothing else. That is
okay, and since that's impossible, what else do you do?
It doesn't matter. That's the answer for the question on the test. It's reduce stress at home. You don't need to know anything else.
That's it. Chuck made it so that you don't have to study. Thanks, everyone.
Well, I'm making it easy. That's one question that I hear you will be on there, and you just say reduce stress at home. And
right, but is that going to help? Is that going to help a pilot in the field that has a stressful situation that needs to calm down?
Well, then they're screwed. They got to go back home and straighten it out and come back out when they're ready.
We're trying to.
Bill, I got to side with Chuck on this. That's pretty much all you got to know because the other two answers are ridiculous or whatever. When we get to the stress management, the only one that makes any sense at all.
Okay. Forgive me.
No, Bill, you're right.
Wait. Forgive me for doing this.
So don't smoke a joint to reduce stress because then you can't fly for 28.
Only in Canada.
Yeah. Or hey, if you're all stressed out, don't throw a beer down real fast before you take off.
Right.
Or the worst, throw down a beer and smoke the joint,
along with a double shot.
And take Ritalin. Take some Ritalin too. Mix that like a cocktail. You'd be fine.
We drove off the tracks again.
Okay.
Yeah, we're way off the rails. We are off the rails, man.
Well, no, we're joking, but we are getting back to the point where
reduce stress.
It is true though. If you're stressed out, don't cure that stress with drugs and alcohol.
Okay, that's great. There's one don't do. What I'm trying to do is come up with a stress reduction situation. And I'm going to give an example. We all remember when Ken Herron showed a particular video from a particular drone person, and it wasn't intended to be shown the way it was shown. What I'm trying to say is, in another situation where you got an expensive drone in the air and you're losing control of it and you're afraid it might fly away, what do you do to calm yourself down? That's what I'm asking.
Well, that goes back to our contingency plan. When that happens, you revert to your contingency plan you put in place before you took off, and that'll help you calm down because you have a plan in place. You do not have to just go on impulse and come up with something last minute. You already have that contingency plan in place to get that topic down to the ground safely.
Like maybe a co-pilot, maybe your crew, when your crew takes over control, you say, "Here, take control, take the helm."
Okay,
I'm tapping out. Take the remote.
Here's what I'm trying to say. Wait.
Didn't work.
It's like one of them squeeze dolls.
Is there a squeezy Karen? Because we could all use
this is completely outside of the test. What I'm trying to say is when each of you personally are flying and you got one of those, crunch moments, what do you personally do to calm yourself down?
Just keep swimming, man. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming. Keep on swimming.
Well, no, sometimes like
I don't give up. I don't give up. If my drone starts to fly off, I'm fighting it the whole way. I ain't giving up.
What I'm trying to do, what happened to me was when I lost control of the Bugs 3 and I basically kind of rolled it down the tree.
Yeah.
I knew that the wind had gotten control of it, and I literally was singing 38 Special in my head, kind of as I was doing it, so that I could just keep that in my head, and I didn't, get jittery, because something tells me if I hadn't paid attention to it, I couldn't have walked it down the tree the way I did. I'd have lost it. It would hung up in the tree. But I was just started singing 38 Special in my head, and it kind of calmed me down and kind of narrowed my thoughts. So I don't wait.
Well, that's a good one, Bill. And I guess you could say meditation, getting a little zen there during the whole event. I mean, no, seriously.
That's kind of what I did.
Sean's comment. I'm laughing at Sean's comment. Wear gloves.
No fingerprints.
No evidence.
When you throw the controller on the floor and run.
Yeah. I've never thrown my controller down and ran, but I do know that experience makes you far less stressed when you're flying. So practice. And then, just like, did you watch the Mars helicopter? How NASA did, what's the first thing they did? They went up and they came back down. Done. Mission done. And then they went up and they went over like some distance and down. And, little baby steps. For any new pilot out there, just do little things at a time. And then when you get your skill level up, then you won't have these OS moments as frequently. You'll be like, something goes wrong. You just, okay, I can handle this. I'm going to get it back.
Hang on.
There's my contingency. There's another contingency plan.
I'm trying to think what my most stressful drone situation ever was, and
I know what
not
mine
really
was.
come up with anything off the top of my head.
Mine went into Addy mode and was in like 30-mile-an-hour winds and decided to go 30 miles an hour towards the trees behind my house.
Oh boy!
Well, mine was when they was trying to fly back. He was 1,800 feet away. He was trying to fly back, and they seeing the sun as an obstruction.
I've had the sun as an obstruction. There's one right there. Actually, I think we've all done that. You're flying golden hour and the sun's in your eyes. What do? You have to you gotta reposition yourself.
Well, my drone was seeing the sun as an obstruction.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
I was seeing mine. It was physically,
and it wouldn't fly back. It was going the other direction.
Wow.
Wait.
What did you do, Mike?
Right, like I buy that one, Lloyd. Yeah. Do y'all think that Lloyd smokes weed?
No, not at all.
Okay. Wait, stop everything. Think about the situation and go either. Okay. Yeah. So that's what he's saying. Lauren's saying he goes to contingency. Yeah. All right. So we've gone that. We kind of gave up some different scenarios and what we thought it was.
A lot of people are smoking joints to relieve their stress, Bill.
Well, I like Sean's. Sean's goes back to when I worked
we all need to go see Jerry, man.
Mistakes will be made, others will be blamed. That's what Sean's saying.
That's what happens at every Grateful Dead family show. Now we all see Jerry. So anyway,
we knew what Jerry would do if he was flying a drone.
He can fly for 28 days in Canada. Or 28 years, right? 28 years.
Only in Canada.
He doesn't need to fly a drone. He's already high enough without it every day.
Only in Canada. All right, wait a minute. I need to get us all.
We jumped to the questions already.
No, I just got it up here and it's ready now.
Okay.
We're all proper now, boys. Woo!
Well, boy, yeah. No more be doing bad reads anymore.
Yes. No repeating it 3 times.
Okay.
I'll put my hands up.
Everybody's ready. As you can see the questions now, and you can see the answers. Although we know that Sean will probably create some of his own.
Probably.
So
that's how he rolls.
Who holds the responsibility to ensure all crew members are participating in the operation are not impaired by drugs or alcohol? A, remote pilot in command, B, site supervisor, or C, contractor? I'm seeing a lot of A's. What do y'all think, folks?
I think that's a good call.
Let's see, an A here, and an A here, and an A here, and an A here, and an A here. The bartender. Oh, wait, I read the wrong question. Oh, see, he didn't come up with his own letter. See? Okay. What do we got? So are we all in agreeing? We're agreeing that it's A? Are we agreeing?
Absolutely.
It's an A.
It's an A. All right, so let me come down here.
Just don't drink Absolute before you fly.
Don't drink Absolute. Is that number 2? 2's the long one, yeah. All right. You're the remote pilot in command for a co-op energy service provider. You plan to use your unmanned aircraft to inspect power lines in the remote area 15 hours away from your home office. After the drive, fatigue impacts your abilities to complete your assignment on time. Fatigue can be recognized by A, as being in an impaired state, B, by an ability to overcome sleep, or C, easily by an experienced pilot.
Ooh, that's machoism right there.
Wait. Is there a D option?
We got an A from Leonard.
Yep, there's an A so far.
Another A from Drone Visuals.
A.
Brad Olson, A.
Another A.
A lot of Fonzes out there. Hey,
hey, what's up, like Akira Show? A. Yeah, all right, we're doing good. All right. So we're all agreeing that it's A, as being in an impaired state. Because if you remember, Ron keyed into that earlier. He even talked about impaired state. He mentioned it once or twice. They went over and over again. They also went over another particular, remote pilot in command about remembering that. Hey, I mean A. Hey, I mean A. Hey,
Speed Limit Challenger likes that. He means A.
Sounds like
he means A. All right, are we ready? Oh, what did I do?
Oh, you did something.
Huh? What did I do? You can't see me?
No, we're good.
We're good. Let's see question number 3.
All right. What could you do to reduce stress in the field?
I said it about 16 times earlier, so
because it was just I was just trying. But the whole point is how many of us can actually reduce stress at home?
Doesn't matter. That's the answer to the question on the test. And
that's not the whole point, though. That's awesome. We gotta come up with
that. Do you want your 107 or not? The hell with what seems reasonable at home. Just answer the question, right? Get your 107 and go fly.
But Bill, if you're already in the field, how do you reduce it being at home?
All right, exactly.
You're already there.
Divorce? Does divorce help?
Wait. All of the above?
The way it's worded.
How did I wait a minute? How did I get okay? This is weird. D. Master. Oh.
Oh, nice.
You tell him, Chuck. All right, so what are we agreeing upon?
B here.
Bravo.
Chuck was screaming earlier during the show. It's B. All right. So
of course it's
on
B.
to question number 4. What are the 4 hazardous attitudes? A, macho, impulsivity, resignation, anti-authority. B, macho, impulsivity, resignation, control freak. C, machoism, impulsivity, resignation, quitter.
Fail.
All right. Let's see. By knowing you're in the field. Oh, that's how you're stressed.
Leonard.
By knowing you're not home. Oh, we got. Okay,
There's
here we go.
no place like home. There's no place
A,
like home.
I have an A, and we have wait. Drone shot's the same.
That's all C.
We have an A. 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 A.
Who had C?
A.
Yeah.
Back again, Chuck.
Wait a minute. You answered like Geek
Macho.
You answered like Geek. You answered like John. That's gonna kill Geek Svana because you got the joke of the night.
I want to be a macho.
Oh, wait. D, John Cuppi. All right, so we're saying A, right?
We're pretty much on agreement.
Weren't we mentioning that there was another one?
There were 5, actually.
There are 5, yeah.
What are we missing here? Let me check my notes here. Impulsivity. Oh, we're missing invulnerability.
Right, invulnerability.
Oh, yeah, the Ivan one, invincible. I am invincible.
Yes.
The GoldenEye reference.
How do you know you're in the field? Easy to know, my friend. Yeah, like what Leonard was talking about. All right,
exactly.
And we're ready for the next question. The final question of the batch. Where did I put in? Oh, there he is. Identify hazardous attitude or characteristic a remote pilot in command displays while taking risks in order to impress others is an example of
the village people.
A, impulsivity, B, machoism, or C, invulnerability.
There's invulnerability, Bill. It finally popped up.
Well, Ron's already given everyone the answer. No need to type it in. Oh, wait, we got B's. We got look, they're all over the place. Look, okay, it's B-A-B-B-B.
That's like Genesis Abacab, right? It's spelled Abacab. They're touring, Genesis.
All of the above. Okay, gentlemen, we've got answers in different areas. What are we going with?
It's B.
It's a B. The word is impress.
Mm-hmm.
Macho Man.
Okay, so we all need to deal.
People, yeah.
We need to learn more on hazardous attitudes. Wait. A, then B, then finally C. B, 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 B. A. Actually, well, so everybody did really good tonight.
I think we got a score of 100 tonight, Bill.
I think having the questions up on the screen like this helped a lot, doesn't it?
It's very cool.
Definitely helped.
Outstanding idea, sir.
And Ron, that plan that we had works perfectly. And the only reason that I'm not doing it myself is because I haven't taken any of the quizzes yet. And you know how that thing grades you on, like it grades you each one. Right. I'm like, forget this, man. I'm not gonna just to see the questions and the answers. I'm just gonna blow through and get them all wrong. No. So, but we got it worked out. So I think this is what we'll do from now on, and we might add some more panache here and there.
Panache,
man.
The panache costs extra though, Chuck.
Everybody did really good this week, though. Good job for the people that are here. Glad to have you here. Don't forget, we're going to do this every month, second week of the month. We're going to go through, and don't forget to go over to Remote Pilot 101 to get the full course. Does somebody needs to talk to him and see if he will
give us a discount code?
Well, not just that, but update the damn online course because
he did update recently.
Did he?
Yeah, so we talked about the last chapter.
Yeah.
Which one was that? The last one we talked about.
That's
he added that to it.
Oh, lesson 4, you mean?
Right.
Yeah. Which was
last week. Month ago.
No, last month.
A month ago.
No, not lesson 4. Let me see which one.
Jim's in the house. We just had the quiz we just finished the quiz.
James T. Kirk is in the house.
We were actually all high tech this time. Use Heron, yeah, and then wait a minute, Mel's is better. Mel gets a better discount.
Yeah, Mel had a better one.
Mel gets a better discount.
Mel doesn't get a cut from it though.
Right.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I'd be honest with you. I know Mel has to work for a living, and I know that Ken has all kinds of drones and radio stations and stuff like that. So I'd rather just use Mel's for the hell of it,
Yeah, me too. For the principle of
it. Wait. Use Heron 20 and it charges you twice as much.
Nice.
All right. So here's. I was talking to Sean about this too, actually, and I talked to Mike about it a little bit before the show. I've talked to Ron a little bit about it. I've talked to all our guys a little bit about it. I think that the Mini 3 is going to show up faster than we think, personally. And I'm going to say it here, just like I've been saying, I still think September for the Mavic 3. And I think the reason being is that DJI just doesn't want another company to get a foothold on any part of the market.
Ooh, you think the Mini 3 is going to come out before September?
I think the Mini 3 is going to come out as early as July. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't start hearing. If we don't hear. Sean didn't tell me nothing.
Geeksvana. He told me that if I had a Mini, I could, that's the easiest thing to fly in the UK as an American.
Yeah.
And if the Mini 3 comes out and it has the obstacle avoidance and uses the freaking smart control and everything, sign me up.
I don't think. Okay, here's the thing. I think the Mini 3 is going to come with a controller, but it's going to be basic, just like the other ones. And I think that the Mavic 3 is going to ship with the new smart controller.
I think the Mavic 3 is going to ship with a OLED display, kind of like the Autel Evo 2, but not.
I think there's. I don't think you're going to see another.
It's going to be a smaller. It's going to be a smaller display, kind of like what the Autel Evo controller.
I'll be honest with you.
The smart controller would be another $1,000 out of your pocket because DJI is not going to just give that to you. They're going to make you upgrade.
hence the $3,000 price tag.
That's not enough for them. They want more.
I don't know. I don't think
they got stuff to buy, man. They gotta get.
A minute ago, you were like surprised that I thought the Mini 3 was coming out. Like you're like, no, I'll read DJI just as well as you. Oh,
hey, Bill, I got some updates.
I like what you're saying. I just don't. I agree with you on the Mini 3. I don't agree with you on the Mavic.
We got some updates. Geeks Fun is saying October or November for the Mini 3, and Lauren's saying Mini 3 in November.
See, that's more the reason I think that's actually going to happen is because
I was telling you I don't see it happening.
This is because I need a Mini 2 or 3 to take on my trip to the UK in September. So that means when I get back, that's when the 3 will come out.
The Mini 2 just came out.
That's just how my luck goes.
Right. No, if they're testing anything right now, and probably because a lot of people had the Air 2S a lot longer than we had a clue.
Yeah, well,
they had it as early as like February.
Oh, man. So DJI, give me one to test in Scotland. I will gladly fly the hell out of it in Scotland and do a review on it.
And here's the thing. Okay, everybody's talking about it. The Hubsan drone is too good to be true. There is not another sub 250 gram drone on the planet that has OA on it, that has the features that this little drone has on it. So if it comes out, see, Sean's still trying to tell me Mavic 3. Anyway, so if it comes out and it is everything that they claim it is, then people are going to flock to it. And so you're talking about going from June 15th all the way until November, where they can have 2 or 3 formats to dial it in really seriously. Then Hubsan's going to regain their foothold in the market when they had got kicked. Yeah, they will.
No, they're not.
Because everybody's going 250. How many people bought that Femi? Boom, like that. Now they're all finding out it's still a toy.
Yeah, it's gonna be in everybody's Femi's gonna be in the neighbor's tree. That's where all they're gonna
be. I know one famous YouTube channel. He canceled his Femi Mini order today and switched over to the Mini Pro from Hubsan instead.
Now, see, that's what I had heard. I had heard that there was a handheld coming out very soon. So he's saying that the Action 2 is coming out. But that's asinine for them to come out. It's asinine for them to come out with the Action 2 now.
Why?
Because there's going to be a new GoPro and
the Hero 10's coming the end of September.
Yeah, and so it's just going to smack the hell out of it. So unless they know something about what GoPro's working on,
probably do.
This is only going to be brand loyalty that's going to buy this product this close to the release. It's just like this. It's just like this. I'm so close to paying off the 11 that I'm just going to wait and go and get the 13.
Yep. Yeah. Why get the 12 as a bridge phone? Yeah, just get the 13.
And I'll have this phone paid off. I'll trade it in and get like, $400 off my phone.
Yeah.
So why not?
And I just want to back up a point Bill's talking about with the Hubsan Mini Pro. Chuck, not so much the US, but in the rest of the world, every part of the rest of the world is really going to jump on that Hubsan, that 250 gram, because it's going to give them options that you can't get in the Mini 1 or Mini 2. You would have to reach up to the Air series, but they're going to get that at the price point they want, at 250 gram. And a lot of the rest of the world, like Australia, for instance, the DJI products are marked up substantially higher than we pay for them here, where they get drones like the Femi and Hubsan closer to the cost they really should be. So not necessarily the US, but worldwide.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
It's going to hurt DJI if this Hubsan lives
you're
up.
right.
If it lives
we got the duels going on the leaks.
Yeah.
Lauren's saying late November now. Now if that's and then
for Christmas time, that's when the Pocket came out originally. Was about that.
But the whole point is that's when the new GoPro's coming out.
Yeah,
that would be just stupid unless, like I said, they've got to have somebody inside that knows.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Ron, you're right.
I can't see, because DJI literally, where is there a point that they don't monopolize?
Well, Ron brought it up already over the sub 250 gram drones.
Exactly.
The people who are going to buy the sub 250 gram drones don't give a crap about DJI being the market leader. They just want a cheap ass drone that they can fly anywhere legally.
Until they crash and get parts.
Yeah, but they don't care. They don't care that it says DJI on it or not. They're not.
But it's got this drone has refresh.
Right. It just got announced today. They have their own, refresh program now. $59.99.
If you got a flyaway or anything like that, you got
even better.
drone?
So even better. That just makes it
So
harder on
my whole
DJI.
point
So
if why would Hubsan waste the time unless they got a good product this time that's ready to rock?
And they just don't have, like, the Funin doesn't have any accessories. Bill, we didn't talk about this. If you see AliExpress shows the multi-charger for the Hubsan Mini Pro. It has a multi-charger that looks similar to the Evo 2 Pro one, and it shows the batteries with these little clips on that you clip it on the multi-charger. So they're putting a whole package together. They got a case, they got multi-chargers, they have actual batteries that keep it under 250 gram, unlike Funin. I mean, they got the care package. I mean, they're going all out. I mean, they're not just, half-assing this or whatever. Sorry for the demonetization.
Wait. Action 2 and Mini 3 will be linked products. So now, wait a minute. Just a minute ago, you were trying to say that the Action 2 was going to be soon, and then I was way offline with the July release on it. So if the Action and the Mini are linked, what the hell's coming out in July?
Well, maybe there's been a delay just since he said that 5 minutes ago.
Pro.
The product already got delayed.
Pro 3.
What does he mean by that, Bill? They'll have the same camera linked by meaning they'll.
He's talking about a linked release, like the Action's going to come out and the Mini 3 is going to come out. And it's going to be like the ultimate vlogging package.
That's what I was just thinking, like a vlogging package. That'd be so cool, isn't it? That's genius.
Just in time for your trip to Scotland, maybe.
Too late. But I already have.
Well, look at that, because I'm telling you.
But yeah,
I actually own the original Hubsan Zeno, and it's a nice drone. It's right on the edge of not being a toy drone. Seriously, it is. It's right on the edge of it. It's a toy drone basically because of the it's limited by the tech that's in it. But the actual programming is top notch. That little drone will hang. If it had OA in it, it would be like a DJI drone. The original Zeno. Having not flown the others, I can't tell you that. But if you could pack a little bit more into it, put OA in it, I think it would hang with the original Mavic. I do.
I saw a lot of problems with the original toilet bowling on the original Zeno.
Well, Mike, you're not incorrect, but they did firmware after firmware update, and they got it. They got most of that stuff corrected. Mike, after it was out about 6 months, all those software issues like toilet bowling, all pretty much that was all gone.
Okay, now now I'm really confused. You said they were okay. Maybe he was talking about being late, and that's why he typed that, because he said that they were a linked release. So maybe maybe he didn't mean linked.
Well, Sean, you need to make a full video about this, and we'll come over and look at it.
Yeah, you're confusing the
Bill, I like your theory on the vlogger package. That'd be really cool to have the drone and the action camera and have them
exactly. Yeah, so that you could,
yeah, I mean, because like I never travel with less than like 5 cameras now, so it's like,
okay. And you didn't understand why I said that. Okay, so Chuck was telling us, he's like, okay, I went out this weekend and I took 5 cameras, sometimes using 2 at once. And I said, did you do the Kama Sutra?
And I didn't understand that. That's what you're talking about.
Do you understand, Ron? Do you understand, Ron?
I think so.
Okay, and I know Mike understands.
By yourself?
No, he was with his wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's that, like the Indian book with all the sexual positions.
Yeah.
Okay, so and you were talking about using 5 cameras, 2 at once, and I was like,
oh,
you were shooting a modern day, but I was being nice and saying Kama Sutra because there was no actual,
Well, maybe there was. I'm not saying that I didn't cut that stuff out.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. That's why it was Kama Sutra and not rock hard Chuck.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying now? See, we've already done the show. We can ride off the track now.
We're off the tracks.
Right. We got a good show done early.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but we were talking about the Hubsan. I still think it's going to come a lot earlier than people think, because this little Hubsan drone the Mini 3 is going to come earlier than people think, because this little drone is going to impress people. The only thing that's going to suck is it is going to be flimsy. it's gonna, if it hits a tree, it's gonna go because
it
they
might just bend.
No,
Rubbery plastic.
What it's mega cheap plastic because they've tried to reduce the weight so much to push as much tech as they can in it that it's a very fragile little drone. But hopefully, if all that tech works well, you're never going to have to worry.
And that's why, hopefully, optical avoidance works and advertising to prevent that from happening.
But I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear a lot of people that are going to gripe right out of the box and it feels like a toy, it feels like it's crap, it's just garbage. And then a lot of them are not going to test it. But the few people that actually test it are going to be like, well, this little drone's got promise. And then after 2 or 3 firmware updates, let's say by the end of July, first part of August, you're going to hear people are going to be buying it right and left. And it's not going to be $450 anymore. It's going to be about $650 because the way they're going to look at it is, where else are you going to get this tech? And they're going to say, Air 2S, which is $1,000, and they're going to pay $200 all day to get this little compact package.
To get waypoints, the obstacle avoidance, and all the fancy.
Wait. Who's going to play this to me? Dude, I've fallen on my face before. It won't be the last. But at least I'm going out there, man. I've been saying September for the Mavic, the M3 since like last year. Everybody else was saying, and they're still saying November. But then I'll hear them come on a live stream. They'll be like, "Oh, September," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." But then somebody will say, "Oh, Bill, you didn't say that." And then, now he's going to play this back to me. I want to make sure he plays this back to me.
But Bill, I really think the Mini 3 is going to be out in October, November. I think it's more of a Christmas deal.
I totally get that. I totally get that. But since when has DJI been predictable?
DJI do really have to compete with Hubsan. They're not. They're not worried about Hubsan.
I can't see. Okay, have you ever seen DJI give up a slice of the pie? I can't see them. I can't, like Ron's pointing out, the
they will leave us wanting. Like
the rest of the world needs 249 and below desperately.
We need that.
And I can't see DJI going, "Oh yeah, we're just going to let Hubsan get a foothold for 6 months before we release."
I don't think I have to put a dent in DJI's percentage.
We'll see.
Here's the point, Bill. Here's the point I'll make to Mike. Before this Hubsan Mini Pro was announced, every effort from Funin and Hubsan, any other company like that, all they were doing was cloning an older DJI drone. It was no new features, no advanced features. Right. They were just trying to knock off current drones. This is the first time any of these so-called lower drone makers ever tried to come in and not just copy what DJI was doing, but actually make it better. So this is the first go around at that, and we'll see how it goes. But all the other efforts from Funin, Hubsan, name any other company, they were just trying to copy DJI, not exceed them.
Exactly. Because this is impressive for Hubsan. What you all don't understand is Hubsan has never put this kind of an effort into a product before. They've never had a refresh care. They've never had like a fly more combo deal. Never put it, they have had cases, but they've been these little crappy little cases, not an actual good real case, for what they consider to be, a professional style drone. I don't think that they're seeing this as anything less than on the lines of a DJI product.
Especially when they're offering what's the one camera they have on it? Like a
this is true.
3/4 inch sensor, is that the one?
Yeah. That's exactly why I think you see it sooner. I think like we've all talked about, DJI for the past year has been like a prepubescent teen ready to pop at the first opportunity. Okay. And when things kind of flipped last year and it looked like, okay, for the next 4 years, we might have a pretty good lane. They just said, all right, let's clear the shelves and get this stuff rolling. Good night, Brad. Glad you're dropping in. Thank you very much for dropping by. Good to see you, sir. Thank you. The smaller they are, the harder they fall. I'm telling you. I think that this I can't see Hubsan just they put a lot of marbles in this ring.
That sensor has to be pretty heavy. They have a 3/4 inch sensor. It has to be,
and to have optical avoidance. Well, it's like I said,
all that stuff adds weight, and
they've cut the weight in shell. They've cut the weight in the shell.
God, you can only cut so much weight in the shell, Bill.
Like I said, it's going to be flimsy if it hits a tree.
I think
just bend. Might just bend. Might not break. Might just.
Yeah. I think it's important to bring up
the Cuppi
drone. Right? Yeah.
A lot of people, rumors are out there that Hudson has hired some of those DJI employees that got laid off in the last year. So maybe some of those are engineers. But that's going to help step up their game.
Doesn't DJI have a no compete? They must have a no compete contract. When you work for DJI, they're not stupid. They probably signed the do not compete thing where you can't go work for a competitor.
No, but the whole point is like they didn't lay them off. They cut these people free, and the whole point is they still got to eat, dude. And you can't. You can tell people.
But if I go over to the competitor and try to get a job, they're gonna be like, Chuck, you have a do not compete, don't you? And then
Michael just finished filming his review of the Air 2S. Good job, Mike. Wait, maybe.
That's a good example, by the way.
I'm still trying to say this. There you go. Just don't drop the Hudson and it'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, we already made that point. Hey, Chuck, go over. Maybe these people are working in mainland China. Go try to sue somebody in mainland China over intellectual content. Look how far you get.
That's a good point.
Non-compete.
That's a good point. Yeah, they have to come. You got to find me. Got to come and get me. When you guys were talking earlier about the drone flying kind of flimsy, like I've heard reports of the Air 2S. When you watch it fly, it looks like it's all over the place, but the gimbal does its job. So it doesn't matter that the drone's going like this. The gimbal's just holding its position. So you get rock solid footage, even though the drone's it's light and it's fighting everything, but then the gimbal makes up for it.
Right.
And that's really all that matters.
I don't see that. And I don't see
it wobbling any more than any other drone I fly.
No.
I'll look for it particularly next time.
And the thing I've seen a lot of people trying to say that this is a cash grab from DJI. Bullshit.
It is.
Nope. Not even close.
Wait till the Mavic 3 comes out.
It's not a cash grab. I'm telling you, it's not a cash grab. It's definitely night and day from the Air 2. It is definitely night and day. It is. I've owned both. Have you owned either?
No.
Okay, enough said. Ron, what do you think, Ron? Ron, what do you think?
It's a substantial upgrade in the camera area. The OcuSync 3 is an incremental upgrade, and everything else is an incremental upgrade. But the camera is a major.
The camera is big. The camera is big.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Everything else is a nice small upgrade.
If you already had an Air 2. You really have to you really need to make use of that 1-inch sensor to justify the upgrade.
Overall, is it a big step up from the Air 2 or not? Overall.
It is. And here I'm going to reference Chuck, though. You're completely right, Chuck. But if you're saying it from the point of view, and I'm in the same set, we own Mavic 2 Pros. If you do not own a Mavic 2 Pro, it's a big upgrade. If you own a Mavic 2 Pro and already have the 1-inch sensor, whatever, then it's not that big of a deal to you. I agree with your point that you made last month.
Unless you're a backpacker or something and you need the reduction in weight, it's almost 50% lighter than the Mavic True.
Okay, I will
an advantage.
I will reiterate so that everybody understands. Is it a big upgrade from the Air 2? I did not say anything about the Mavic 2 Pro or anything like that.
No,
people were bitching saying that it wasn't a substantial upgrade from the Air 2, which it is.
It's a substantial camera upgrade from the Air 2. It definitely is.
So that's true. People I want to resist it and say no, but it actually is
Mike, what's your opinion?
It is a larger upgrade, I believe. I've kind of compared it to when they came out with the Phantom Advanced. It was an intermediate issue. It was an upgrade, but it wasn't it wasn't as big of an upgrade, Phantom, than this Air 2S is. Air 2S is an upgrade.
That sensor alone is huge.
Right. Well, Fly Zone is pointing out the best tribute to a larger sensor, and that's low light performance. So if you want low light performance, then it's absolutely a no-brainer.
Okay.
Fly Zone Drones is saying that, and he's right.
Right. Okay. And then you look at the price tag for just the drone by itself is $1,000 without all the extra bells and whistles. So, and then that's 30 minutes of flight right there, folks. That's pretty damn good. So right there, what's your flight time on a Mavic 2 Pro?
Same.
Let's say.
Dude, what are you quoting? Are you quoting DJI's? DJI's flight time is 31 minutes for both of those things.
Right, but this was the whole point is what 2 years ago, your drone's not going to fly 31 minutes anymore. We're talking about a newer product that, you know, maybe if you got a brand new battery and you just switch props or something, you might get 28 minutes out of it. But, you know, like if I put 1,000 flights on my drone, it's not going to fly as long.
Do a test, Bill. That'd be awesome.
I'm not gonna. I don't fly my drones near that enough, but I'm just trying to say.
Right.
Look. Here we go. Another thing too. Did the Mavic Air 2 have 10-bit?
No.
Huh?
No.
No, it did. So you can actually do true HDR here. You actually have larger picture area. You actually have real 5.2K, not what Evo calls 6K. But you actually had, or 5.4, 5.4, 5.2.
Yeah, one of those.
5.4. Okay, tell us in the chat. 5.4.
No, what is it? Yeah.
And Bill, it's the Evo 8K that fakes it.
Bill, you can
right too, but the 6K is still a 5.4K sensor, right? Right? Isn't that the deal?
Not sure.
You know,
okay. Somebody, I could have sworn I heard that from somewhere. Anyway.
The big thing is 4K 60 on both the Air 2 and the Air 2S. That's one thing the Mavic 2 Pro
10-bit color, buddy. 10-bit color.
You try and compare it to Mavic 2 is almost 3 years old. You're comparing a drone.
Now the Mavic 2 does have 10-bit color.
Maybe tell you the first Mavic Air 2 was only 8-bit color, which is correct.
Yeah.
Not the S. Just the regular 2's 8-bit
color.
So
that's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of major upgrades from the Air 2 to the Air 2S that made it well worth that $200.
Oh, definitely.
Right. Even the software, like
people
the color profile. The S has the HDL and log profile, where the first Air 2 only had the decinellate. So you have more advanced editing possibilities with these recording things. So
it's true.
Yes. And like again with the 5.4, you've got a larger area to crop down, more portions you can pull out. There's you won't have any loss there. But wait a minute.
And the zoom's better.
Wait a minute. Does the Mavic 2 Pro shoot 5.4K? No.
So
okay. So listen to it. The whole point is you're trying to. A minute ago. You were trying to.
I don't care so much about the 5K camera personally as I do about the 4K. The 4K 60 now. That's something that's a plus because now you can do B-roll in 64, 50 frames. Slow it down and get the nice cinematic effect for your B-roll. And you can't do that with the Mavic 2 Pro because you have to film in 4K 24, 4K 25, or 4K.
That's true. Now I'm not. Now see, this is what I'm struggling with. That's what I'm struggling with. Is I'm thinking about packaging the smart controller and the Mavic Air or the Mavic 2 Pro together and selling everything, just selling it all. But for nostalgia's sake, and the fact that I think that I'll never see Hasselblad on another drone or in another drone for that matter. And I was talking to Billy about this the other day. He's like, "Oh, Hasselblad is just for propaganda and bullshit." So, but I personally
it is just
I love Hasselblad color profiles. Like their LUTs and stuff that they have, they're phenomenal.
Why do I want to believe that DJI bought Hasselblad?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, they own Hasselblad. Okay. So and that for nostalgic purposes is why I'm torn. But I really and truthfully don't think that the Mavic 2 Pro is going to hold with the new drone when it comes out. And I would like to have a little cache backlog already set up.
Makes sense.
Oh, it's not going to. Yeah, the whatever the next. There is there's an upgrade to the Mavic 2 coming. Right.
And I think there's also an upgrade to the smart controller, and I think they're going to come.
And that's long overdue. They're both pretty old products.
And part of the issue is that part of what I hate, and I'm going to tell everybody straight up, we do know now for a fact that the smart controller is limited in range. It's nowhere near as good as the actual controller that comes with the unit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just too slow. It doesn't have enough memory. You can't run the Air 2S properly on it. You can't. I mean, it will work on it, yeah. But will it function completely 100% probably? No. And I don't particularly like hooking up a strange controller to my drone if it's glitching. So,
well, I can tell you this: it's not the firmware update that permitted the Air 2S to use a smart controller hasn't had an effect for me personally on the Mavic 2 Pro because I flew the heck out of it last week
because the
and
Mavic
it was fine.
2.
Yeah. I'm just wanted to make that clear that if anybody was worried about doing the firmware update because they have a Mavic 2, it didn't change anything.
Right.
There was no adverse effects from doing that.
Right, but you don't need to. You don't need to.
No, you don't need to do it. There's nothing else to be gained.
But what I'm trying to say is that the smart controller was designed for the Mavic 2 Pro.
Yeah,
and the Mavic. It was designed for the Mavic 2
OcuSync 2. It's an OcuSync 2 device.
Yeah, so they should have all these things that they added to it, trying to throw this drone on it and that drone on it and the other drone on it. It had limited memory to begin with, no way to expand it, and it's outlived its usefulness. It's like, here's this, get this, and you talking about Philly Drone Life was talking about it. I was watching him the other day. What limited range? What slow sounds like now? No, you are Terminator. Do not give up yet, John. You are Terminator. You will, but you like drones. You love drones. So anyway,
strong like bull.
What?
Strong like bull.
or what was it like? Ivan Drago says in Rocky, he's like a piece of iron. So
he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, Al, what's up, buddy?
Al made a comment earlier. He said, don't sell your smart controller that ain't smart.
Is Chris home from vacation now?
I wonder if Al wants to buy back his Mavic 2 Zoom. You give me probably like half price.
Half price, yeah.
Just kidding, Al.
No, the term. Yeah, look, yeah, that's good. No, because he's always like, I will sacrifice myself. I understand now that I must give myself for the cause. Like, why, man? Arnold, but you'll be back in the next movie. You know it. They'll find some way. No, we sent back 42 Terminators, and there was actually 29 left. And they all just pop out from wherever. Wait a minute. I'm personally waiting for the upgrade Geeksvana 2.0.
When will that be out, Bill?
No. That's. I don't know. We'd have to ask.
When will that be released?
Wait, does Sean have a secret for us? About 9 months from now, Sean, what's going on?
I think we'll see in the fall.
Oh, did you really go there?
I did.
Did you really go there?
Is there a Geeksvana Junior in the making? What's going on here?
All right, we're really going out there.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
what? This is drama. What?
You can make your own. Are you trying to be the next John Cuppi?
Maybe. No,
because he'll go after you now.
I can't. Nah.
I can't.
Oh, maybe.
John Cuppi's hiding tonight, huh?
We can't go by on Drone Therapy, Bill, without having at least one awkward moment.
Just one.
That moment of the show where everybody goes, "Ooh."
All right. Well, let's get back. Let's get the train back to the rails, Bill. I got some news, Bill. Want to hear some breaking news?
Ron has some breaking news. Wait. Are you ready, Ron?
The music?
Yeah, you could get music. Oh, I get the big screen. Bill, I think my Phoebe Mini will show up tomorrow. It's been on vacation in Miami Beach for over a week, but I think it's actually in New Jersey now. I think it will be delivered tomorrow. But it did enjoy its time in Miami Beach.
And there's going to be a note in the box that says "Flies great, Ray Kelly."
And then there'll be a brick. And then it'll be just a brick. There'll be a brick in the box.
It'll be a little sand in the box from being near the beach.
Yeah, that's the old New York City trick. When you buy the thing on the streets of New York City.
Oh, so it's gonna say Johnny on it. It's gonna say "Flies great, Johnny."
JC, love JC.
No, it would be. I was talking about Johnny Alfonso. So
I was kidding. I took it to the Cuppi side.
So, anyways, I'll have another mini in the house, and then I'll be waiting for the next mini.
Just be careful with it, as we all know. It's not what was advertised as.
I will not hold it over any hard surfaces.
It's still a toy. Okay, now that's the whole point. This is what I'm trying to explain to you all.
Put airbags.
That's what told me what Hubsan was going to try to do. Because when they were talking about how fragile the FEMI Mini was, they were trying to shove all that tech in that little drone, and it was a very flimsy extrusion because they needed to cut back the weight. So what's going to happen is the same thing with the Hubsan extrusion. It's going to be limited, and it's not going to. I mean, we've seen how when DJ, like the FPV drone, when it snaps up, that it looked like it was a bad extrude. So, I really expect them to be very flimsy. So don't drop them or anything like that, because I got a feeling. Did the three of you color coordinate? No. I've got my bleach shirt on. See,
my San Francisco shirt.
I was cleaning the bathroom, and I didn't remember what I did because I would clean the bathroom with the bleach foaming stuff, and this shirt was laying in the bottom of the bin, and I got done, and I just went whew. And then I washed the shirt, and I was like, what the hell?
I got a tie-dye.
Yeah, so I was like,
in honor of Mike Wright beat on today, I wore my Alamo t-shirt. See?
Oh, cool.
Texas Alamo.
Oh, look, it's actually, it changed to turquoise there.
It changed to turquoise.
When you moved in close to the camera. Ron, moving close, watch.
Oh, yeah, look, it did change the white balance.
Yeah, it did. So it's got auto white balance.
I changed 3 times. White balance on this camera.
Yeah, it's got some kind of chameleon thing going on.
So he's going to do this. He'll do this all night.
I can change it.
From now on, he's going to do this.
Yeah, he goes, get in close, and then watch the color change.
It's the Alamo in 3D.
Chuck just performed machoism.
Machoism. Hold my beer and watch this.
Yeah.
And I got good news. If anybody plans on going to spin up, you could drive over to San Antonio in about an hour and a half or less, Mike.
You say, "Hey, you pretty girl sitting on the fence."
Did you know, Ron,
gimbal?
Tower of the Americas is 700-foot tower.
We have echo going on. Who's echoing us?
I don't know. It's blowing me away.
Pardon, Mike. Say it again.
The Tower of the Americas, a quarter mile from San Antonio, from the Alamo, it's in G airspace. 735-foot tower.
Oh, really?
They put it up for the Hemispheric 68. Yeah.
Oh, right. Well,
700-foot tower. So.
Ron is CG.
Yeah, but I'm not really here. I'm,
you're a hologram.
I'm downstairs in the living room watching TV.
It's really Max Ron Brown.
I was gonna say Max Headroom. Ron.
Max Ron Brown.
Ron Headroom. 80s
trying to see if we echoed again.
It seems better now.
Wait. We got some big news that came out today. How many people are going to be buying Audi?
What happened?
You didn't see it, Ron?
I didn't see anything.
Audi, the car company?
Yes.
They have electric car?
No, they have an AI car coming out. And guess who they're working with?
DJI.
Get out of here. Get out of town.
Audi and DJI, people.
Oh, there go the road.
Really?
Audi and DJI. Let me see. Hang on. Let's keep. I'll find it.
Will that new car be called the Mavic 4?
No, it'll be the Phantom 5.
Called the Crash.
Swear it was talking about their new fleet, I think. Where was it I saw it?
CR8 is in crate.
No, it's not here.
Will I be able to use my DJI select coupons on that car?
No, only if
you can drive it with your smart controller.
Only if you're buying component. What am I wanting to say? Accessories, yeah. What's going on here? Let's just get away. Go away.
Doesn't mean you don't need to pay for State Farm. You just get DJI refresh on this thing. Just smash it up.
You imagine the stops you. Oh,
somebody had to. Somebody saw that.
Regular shorts. I have DJI Care refresh on this car.
Was it on Instagram? Somebody had to have seen it. I don't, because it was talking about.
I missed it, Bill.
Your other fleet. Hang on. I'm gonna do this. It's got to be here.
Every turn the home.
Maybe Geeks Fauna has the link. He's our news expert.
No, it's not doing what I want.
Geeks Fauna's our investigative reporter.
He's probably saving it for his own show.
Oh yeah, keep it under wraps.
He's hoarding the saucy stuff.
Oh, it was on DJ. That's it. There you go.
Drone DJ.
There you go. It was on Drone DJ.
I'll go try Drone DJ.
Or Drone XL.
Drone DJ according to Ty.
Oh, DJI. I like that one. That's good.
Oh, we put the link in, Bill. Ty put the link in.
No, I'm trying to find who put the. Oh, I put it in.
I put the link in. Lone Star UAV.
Kai threw it in. Yeah.
Hang on. We'll probably get in trouble, but I don't care. Wait. Where's it at?
You don't care. You do care.
No, I'm trying to get. I have to get
more machoism.
Hang on.
Invulnerability.
That's it. Invulnerability. That's a better. Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Come on, back up. There we go. Because I knew I'd seen it somewhere.
Doesn't say DJI though.
Yeah, the one I saw, I'm trying to remember if it was on Instagram or what, but it was them together.
They've already walked it back, as the politicians would say.
Oh, well.
Can't find it.
It sounds like a good idea, though, Bill.
No, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I don't know. Can't remember where I found it.
I think what happened is that Audi pulled out and tried to get Hugo now the partnership with.
Hugo. I'm not kidding you, man.
Call it the coffin.
It wasn't this one though. I can't remember if it was Instagram or what.
They just bury it in. Small enough.
DJI shows their other fleet, and it showed Audi cars.
The casket and the coffin. You can choose.
This DJI shows its new fleet or other fleet. Hell, maybe it was on Google.
Google's got a lot of news.
Let's see. Maybe it was Google.
Time to medicate.
Yeah, time to medicate. Is that the theme of the show? Time to medicate?
I don't know, but I'm going to find the damn thing because I watched it this morning.
If it kills you.
Wait a minute, I posted it somewhere.
Shock
I don't know.
Is it on Coast to Coast?
No.
Check Coast to Coast.
I thought I posted it maybe in our chat or something.
Oh,
everybody's scrolling back.
Everybody's gonna be dropping off, going to another.
No, that's not it. Oh no, we're towards the end anyway. I don't blame anybody for taking off now. We're kind of like, boo. Well, which one? Well, the Hudson. I don't know. Does the Hudson have side?
Well, side OA sensors. Well, the Pro version will, but not the normal version.
What do those weigh? What do the little obstacle avoidance sensors, the standard ones like everybody uses, like DJI uses, weigh?
It's a good question.
I wonder.
I don't know, but I'm thinking it was Google that I saw.
I don't know how much. I would think you have to kind of limit the sensing to be similar like Spark, where you have bottom and front only at the most.
Well, the Hubsan Mini's going to have what front, rear, and side sensors. I think.
Man, will it be one of each instead of two? How are they gonna save?
I don't know. There's going to be some marvelous engineering over there, Chuck.
I swear.
So much with optics.
If I get up tomorrow and there's some damn Audi commercial that's released with DJI, I'm gonna be like, "Give me the damn lottery number."
You'll wake up tomorrow and that thing will be released. It'll be for sale.
I swear to you, it said DJI shows new fleet, and it was an Audi. I'm telling you, and this is driving me.
You sure you didn't have a good afternoon nap and you had a nice?
And I had just gotten out of bed, man.
Okay, there you go.
That thing is bizarre looking.
I'm finally looking at. Can this be a case of that impaired pilot we were talking about earlier in the
I
training?
was not impaired.
Possibly.
I was not impaired. I'm going to find it, but I'm telling you.
While Bill's finding that, Mike, let's do a little update on Spin Up. I saw Kelly had a Friday Night Live last week, and he was talking about possibly doing Spin Up on a Thursday. Did you hear that?
You're talking about Thursday, November, first week of November, the first Thursday in November.
He said he's still in final negotiations, right?
Right. He'll let us know, hopefully this Friday, he said.
Because he was trying to get a feel of how many people would be willing to come on a Thursday.
Right. And from the chat, most people had no problem with it.
Where?
In the Austin area?
It'll be about what he's talking about. I think it's about, he hadn't said exactly, but I have an idea where you mentioned before.
Is it a nice area?
40 miles from Austin.
He was talking that when we would have to spin up on Thursday, the actual conferences and indoor thing, and then Friday and Saturday we could go flying at outdoor locations.
A bunch of different places. That's what he mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but 3 days, how much is that going to cost?
Well, it's only going to cost. The going to a location of flying is not going to cost anything. It's just that main day when we're renting the building and having all the conferences and guest speakers. That's the only day you're really paying for. Mike, did I get that correct?
Right. On Thursday, you'll be, and when he charges, it's like $35. It's not an expensive deal. It's really mainly for the food. Is what Kelly normally charges on that. It's not a.
Well, I mean, the spin up I went to, the one I met you, Mike. Right. I think I did the pre-order thing and I paid over $100.
It may have been $100.
Yeah. And if you waited longer, it went up. Like the people,
right. Every month it went up.
It was closer to 200, I think. Or
right. But if
Kelly, I don't want to misquote your prices, but it was definitely over $100. We'll say almost 2 years ago, which is still reasonable for the value you got. I'm not complaining about the price.
I think it's well worth it.
Because like you said, we got a meal, we got meals, snacks. We probably got like $25, $30 worth of food.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about Thursday on that. I think he's leaning that direction because of the cost to rent the place. He said is extravagant over on a Friday or Saturday.
Right.
He's trying to take keep the cost down by doing it on a Thursday.
Well, I'm going to try to make it. How about you, Mike?
Oh, I'm not going to miss it. I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, I'll be. Tell me where you're staying. I'll book in the same hotel.
Okay. In fact, I don't know. Ken Herron also announced his deal at Minefield, August 21st.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm considering driving out there. It's an 8-hour drive for me. But
you're gonna go out there?
I'm considering that too. August 21, right?
Be a little warm that time of year. Of course, not warm for a Texas boy, right?
Right. I don't know what it is there, but it's just a 8-hour drive. No big deal.
Hydrate.
It's driving me crazy. I'm gonna look on Instagram now. I can't find it up. I can't find it, man.
Well, like the first week of November, the weather's still going to be pretty nice in the Austin
area. It'll be nice weather. It'll be nice
year, right?
It's snowing here.
It'll be nice weather. You need to come down to Texas, Chuck.
Well, you guys get ice though. I'd rather have snow than ice.
We get a
lot. It won't be ice. It won't be ice in November, right, Mike?
We won't have ice in November, early November.
Yeah. We'll still be maybe 70s and 80s that time of year.
It'll probably be 60 to 75 in that range.
Perfect weather, right?
Oh yeah, perfect.
It is nice.
If you don't have a driveway,
most you need a sweatshirt or something. That's comfy.
He said the first weekend in November.
We went in the middle of October last time, Mike, and it was the day of the actual spin-up. It was 90 that day.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
It was 90 that Saturday. I mean, the day before was a little nicer, but that Saturday it was like 90.
No sweatshirt, sweat in shirt.
And the thing about it is it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot easier for everybody.
It's not working.
It's going to be a lot easier for everybody to actually sit through a class type thing on a weekday, you know. And then once you get done, everybody kind of get wound up for the next 2 days.
And they have 2 days to fly rather than 1 day, rather than just Sunday. They got a Friday and Saturday to fly.
Bill, you need a tennis ball to throw out that light switch.
Yeah, there's something called the International Energy Code. And when you design the buildings, you have half the lights have to go out by motion detector.
Actually, can't you get like one of those little drinking bird things and put it in front on a table? And
well, I've got my Star Trek collections in front of my lights, my motion detector, so it doesn't see me over here. I can't just wave.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, it'll be mechanical that waves every so many minutes.
It almost looks like you're in some kind of classic movie. Like you have that spot right this on your face. It looks like mood lighting.
Yeah, that's it. Mood lighting.
Mood lighting. With some soft music.
Get some candles and get some wine out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay. No, spin up. Don't forget it. Need to make it.
We will. The more that we get information, the more we will put it out. We'll get with Kelly. We'll get with all them and see what all we can do to get.
Well, maybe we'll get Kelly on the show when it gets close.
That'd be great.
Yeah, as soon as he locks it down, we'll just see if we can't get Kelly to come on and talk to him for a little bit, and we'll call it spin up night or something.
Right.
You know, that's all we'll do is talk about spin up and advertise. Yeah, wait, was DJI Audi FPV made by DJI? I swear to you guys, I'm not kidding. It was talking about DJI. Maybe it was DJI reveals new fleet, or DJI reveals fleet that's not drones, something like that.
Well, folks, that's your assignment out there tonight. Everybody research this, and when you find this information out, you need to post it to the Coast to Coast Road Facebook page so we can all see this. That's your assignment, folks.
Now, you watch. If it comes out the next couple of days, how much you gonna bet they talk about it Monday night on Drone Nation?
And we'll claim it's our story.
Nah, I don't care either way. It wasn't my story. I'm just trying to figure out, man, it must have been some good shit then if I'm making up this, you know? Because I swear to you, it said it was something about DJI shows off new fleet, reveals new fleet. And I swear to you, I was going to copy it and send it to Billy so fast and tell him that he was going to switch from Tesla to DJI, or, you know, to Audi fast that it was going to make his head spin. But I was on my way to, where was I going? Somewhere today. Oh, I went to the grocery store and I had to go to Lowe's and pick up some paint. Because if you can't tell behind us, hopefully next week we're going to move our office. We're going to turn this into our daughter's room. And we're going to move her office into a little bit
new
bigger,
studio.
A little bit. It's going to look pretty much the same though.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, because I think she's going to use the same paint.
Oh.
So, but there's more room, so I might be able to put the green screen up behind me.
Oh boy.
But there won't be a TV directly behind me anymore.
Well, you're getting high tech on us, Bill.
Not so much high tech, just trying to make it makes more sense.
Oh yeah. I'm not making fun. I think it's great.
And my wife has really been hard on me. So basically, if you can't tell, like my computer desk is like right here in front of me, and the entire room is painted right up to my computer desk. Like there's like the wall from the floor to the ceiling from right here is kind of this off yellow, and then there's a little off yellow right here, and then it's white all the way around, you know, except for right where I'm at. But so what we have to do here over the next couple of days is break down all of this, move into the living room and dining area, and then we're going to we'll move my daughter in here, and she wants to paint that room. So I'm going to be down for probably 2 or 3 days, except for.
Oh boy.
No, I can use.
So folks, if we're not in the air next week, you'll know why.
No, I'm going to use the laptop.
Do it from like.
I'll use the laptop. I'll use the laptop.
From a remote location.
I was thinking I could do it like you were suggesting, Ron. I could go out on the deck.
I'm going to do a deck show. As soon as the weather turns, I'm going to do a deck show one night.
Because I got these cool new lights. Oh, hang on. I got to show you real quick. Hang on.
You guys have decks?
Can we do all ourselves? Blah, 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 blah.
We're talking about Bill.
Yeah, let's talk about Bill. Like, what the hell is that behind him? When he's gone, look what's behind him. Where he's.
Well, he has a TV behind him, and then it looks like
a vacuum cleaner or something.
What is
that? Is that a paint can?
A paint can.
Oh yeah. Remember, he said he's going to paint the room.
Well, looks like
he wasn't kidding, was he? Here's Bill again. Oh,
he's back from Lowe's.
Here it again.
I found these at Lowe's.
His Lowe's is real close, so Chuck, it only takes him a minute to walk over there and get it.
No, he delivered it.
To the neighbor's house. Did you get that?
He brought it to the front. He brought it to the front door. But you can see it's got like an app and everything, and they're colored. So I'm gonna hang that on the deck to have like festive lighting out there, or for me to have flashbacks of Grateful Dead shows.
Or I'm gonna think I'm in the tropics, Bill. I'm gonna think, oh man, I just got transported to some tropical location. They got the lights.
And then I'm gonna be sitting here. That's what I'm gonna be for the whole show. I'm gonna be like this, going blue, fuchsia, mauve.
Just set it to automatically change. Just have them like morph through.
Kind of like my shirt automatically changes.
There you
go.
Exactly,
man. Exactly. Well, no, I could just press the button and say, "What color do you think this is?"
It's a chameleon mode.
Yeah. Only the Texas shirt changes.
Okay.
Hey, so, Mike's got a spin-up shirt on.
You notice that? My shirt matches yours now, more or less.
Yeah, the in and out.
Ron, you know what's funny? I had a Degree deodorant shirt that they sent me for free years ago, and it changed those two colors, just like that. When it got warm, it would go green.
Maybe the Alamo bought those shirts out.
We come up with the most.
This is the weirdest shirt ever.
We come up with the most unique analogies on this show.
You won't hear this anyplace else, Bill.
Exactly. But I'm just saying we do. We come up with the really weird stuff sometimes. Not saying that the degree shirt was weird, but yes, I get. I think
it's probably collectible. I probably threw it out. It's probably collectible.
It's super collectible. A lot of that stuff is, and like Mike and I can both tell you, some of the weirdest stuff that you would never think is collectible turns out to be collectible, just because people went, oh, this is exactly. There's so many people threw it away, and they go, oh, there's only 6 left in existence. And you're like, oh my god, I had 5 of those.
Hey, Bill,
there were 11 if I hadn't thrown my 5 out.
No, look at the chat. Larry Oglesby dropped a link to an auto show.
Yes, he sure did. But I don't think that's the one I'm talking about was today. And I'm telling you, it was an Audi. It was an Audi. And it says DJI shows off new fleet, reveals new fleet, or it's something like DJI reveals new fleet and it's not drones.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Bill. I'm going to have Bill, the drone reviewer, call Frank Wang and confirm this.
Frank Wang?
Yeah, that's his name.
You know Frank?
Frank Wang.
Frank Wang, he's the big head honcho.
He's the head gimbal at the drone place.
Oh, he's the head Wang. He's the big Wang.
You said it, not me.
The big Wang, yes. He is the big Wang. But the thing about
he's Chinese, that's an oxymoron.
He's the reason. He's the reason that we have a Mini 2. He is the reason we have a Mini 2.
He didn't like the Mini 1. He didn't like the camera on the Mini 1.
That's right. That's right. He said that.
So there is still, the thing about it is we can still be speculating that the Mini 3 is going to come out at November, because the reason we have a Mini 2 anyway is simply because he wanted to update it. And we all told him, we said, this is a mistake. You should have never done this on this drone. And then they heard us.
Yeah. Well, we all called Frank up and say, hey, Frank.
I didn't call him up. I just texted him and said, bitch, fix it. And he said,
Bill,
all right, I got it.
Bill Kai, Lone Star UAV, just posted another link on that Audi drone cart.
Oh, there you go, Bill.
No, it's a video.
What? Yeah.
Lone Star UAV.
Yeah. I have to bring up because I don't have the show. That's cool.
Well, our producer already left for the night, folks. Sorry.
No, it's not. It's good. It's all good.
Man, that thing is bizarre looking.
Yep.
Oh, no, I saw that one too. That's this.
What's with the blonde chick in there though? Super blonde. That she's one of reviews them. Didn't she review like the DB5 or whatever?
I think she's Frank Wang's girlfriend.
There's another one.
Well, that makes sense. He's the big Wang, so I'm
Frank Wang's girlfriend, Frankie Wang. Frankie Wang to his.
I hope Frank's not listening tonight.
Frank. Oh. Hell, if he's no. If Frankie's listening, everybody should wait a minute. Did I look at it? Let me go back.
Well, if he's dating her, I'm jealous a little bit.
No, that's not the okay. I was looking at the cars and I'm looking at the links, and I swear to you guys, none of them are what I saw. It was just a regular. Cool. It was just a regular Audi. I don't know the numbers or whatever, but it was just kind of like their flagship car in the picture. And it showed there was like the front one was a silver one, there was a black one next to it, and a white one, and they were kind of like staggered. And then it just went off back through there. And I'm telling you, it's just, I'll find it sooner or later.
Another link.
Blonde only has 6 million subscribers.
Yeah, I saw the one that Neil posted.
Blind Neil just sent you a link.
Yeah, I saw the one, and it's the one from that she posted last month talking about the cars coming. This one literally, I'm telling you, I think it was on Google this morning, I'm thinking. Let's see. DJI unveils new fleet.
WM. How you
and
doing, man?
It's not drones.
Not drones.
No. May 7th. No.
They said no. Oh, sorry.
Wang man. Oh, it's to me.
I gotta let that go.
Okay, gentlemen, I think we've reached that point of the show where we've completely crashed the train, and it would be a good idea for us to go ahead. Oh, Bill, good to see you, sir. He popped in.
We either crashed the train or we crashed the Audi.
Well,
maybe
I'm
crash
telling
the
you,
Audi into the train.
Now, like I said, it's going to be freaky, guys, if it comes out tomorrow. So next time, we got to get lottery numbers, and when I tell you the lottery numbers, go buy right then.
All right.
So if it comes out in the next couple of days, but anyway,
maybe we should have a coast to coast drones like lottery club.
That's an idea.
Okay, the train's going back off the track again.
Sorry. Okay, come back.
Anyway,
pick it up like we did when we were kids. Pick it up, put it back on the tracks.
There we go.
Good.
Yes. All right. So next week we're going to have, hopefully we'll have Chuck's friend Keith on with us, and hopefully we're going to have Ethan Mitchell with us next week. And we're going for Air Day FPV with Mr. John Cuppi. We'll have a revisit of the DJI FPV drone, which John nor I have, so we get to crack on it while Chuck, Keith, and Ethan get to defend it. So it should be for another humorous yet learning experience for everyone. So I think that should be good.
Keith has both. Keith has the Air 2S.
Fingers crossed. I'm not going to say who, but I have actually pestered this particular person for quite some time. No, it's not Ed Ricker either.
Ed Ricker.
It's not Ed Ricker. But I have I will take that back. I have not pestered this person. I actually have cordially spoke to this person off and on for a period of time. But they're very busy, and they happen to work in the FPV field. So, hopefully, maybe, but there's only about probably 5% chance that'll happen. Again, go buy a lottery ticket if it happens.
Peter McKinnon is a very busy man.
Let's say Nurk.
Ron, he told us not to tell his name beforehand, and we were going to tell everybody next week that he had finally started into FPV because remember he got the Tiny Hawk too. Well, anyway, we're not supposed to talk about this, but there could be.
I said that
there's only a 5% chance that this particular person will come on next week. So we're hoping, and I have to hear back from them first, and I haven't yet. So
it's more than 4%.
Maybe, yeah, it is. It is, but it's less than 6%.
But it's more than 4%.
But it's less than 6.
It's more than 4.
You're a half full kind of guy, huh?
I'm a cautiously optimistic kind of guy.
What the hell? So it's 4.5.
All right, I know Bill's trying to wrap the show, but I really got to run, folks.
Yes, run.
Thanks for everybody who joined us for the Part 107 show tonight. I think this is our best one yet. We're going to try to make it better the next time.
Good night,
Ron.
Thanks,
Bill, for doing all the graphics for us today. It made the show much better.
Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you very much. Have a good one, Ron.
Good night.
Okay,
everyone.
Good night. And so, as I will throw it over to Mike and see if he has any things to add towards the end. Curtis, glad you got in, man. We've been talking about everything since we finished class. It's been a really unique show.
I thoroughly enjoyed the show. Enjoyed being on it again with y'all. So take care.
But yeah, Mike's going to try to be here with us for all our 107 shows. And if you've noticed, we've all been clicking a lot better and everything. Because I think the whole point was we had this one down. It was good. It was really good.
It helps.
Did a good job
on the screen too. That helps.
The cue cards were good.
Yeah,
those were good.
It was really good. Glad to have everybody in the house. Like I said, next week we're going to revisit the DJI FPV drone on Air Day FPV. So please join us for that. And I forgot to tell Chuck, you got anything you want to add to the end of the show?
I just wanted to apologize for some of my off-color comments, but other than that, thanks for everybody for watching, and Bill, thanks for having me. And
you don't ever fucking have to apologize.
I did.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh wait a minute. I'm gonna start crying because he only loves the 107 shows.
Nice.
But Chuck, we're on the other shows too. Oh well,
because you're popular.
I guess at least we make one person happy on one show.
That's doing something popular.
I want to be popular too, but I want to help the community, and that's what everybody thinks. I'm
for wicked.
Like I need my wife. Get this. This is it. My wife told me the other day. I looked at her. We were discussing my facial expressions, and Lloyd has brought this up too about my facial expressions. And I was explaining to her, baby, this is my face. It was the one I was born with. To which she replied, you need to change your face.
Are you gonna get a face transplant?
So you can imagine what happened after that.
Face transplant.
So to which I went, it's like somebody slammed on the brakes. Do what? And she was like, oh fuck. You can just see that she's like, that's not what I meant. I meant your facial expressions, you know. And it was so funny though. But see, like a lot of times I'll be looking at, like Lloyd was talking about, oh, look at the chat with a scowl. And like tonight, what a lot of people don't realize is I'm scouring the internet trying to find, and for like
scouring the internet.
15 minutes before I had mentioned that to you all, I was trying to find it again. And I really was like, was I hallucinating this morning? What did I do? Did I take too many laxatives last night? What? You
wouldn't be able to stay seated that long for this show if that
was. Well, I was just said the whole point was I was trying to figure out where in the hell that came from. And I was really eager to show it to Billy, you know, because I sent him one the other day about how some scientist hacked into a parked Tesla.
Well, I love that comment. Yeah. What did he say about that one?
He just laughed. He didn't really say a whole lot about it.
I've seen a couple of good
He's been
extremely
busy here lately, doing a lot of work.
Yeah. I've seen some good Tesla crash videos where they try to follow the wrong lines and stuff and crack up.
And some guy got busted today for letting it auto drive and he was in the passenger seat.
Awesome.
So anyway.
That's awesome.
But anyway, well, okay, I think we got it all covered. Let me get this here lined up. I need to redo this one. I really do.
So
let's just go with this one. Yeah, we check. Yeah, well, basically, let's see, what time is it? It is already 7:16, so that means it's what, 9:16 for you, Mike?
9:16.
You got it. 9:15.
And so it's 10:16 for you, Chuck?
Indeed.
Well, what? Okay, I'm not telling anybody we got to go.
I should have said that. I didn't mean to say that. It sounded like you were kind of like, you know, winding it up to wind it down.
We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, and I know people tend to have other things to do. Because see, what happens at 7 o'clock my time, my wife has to go downstairs and tend to our clients, which leaves my daughter alone in the living room for roughly how long I continue to do this. So sometimes that's why I wind up early. But if you all want to keep talking about drones and let me go check on her real quick, I don't care. We can keep talking, but we're slowly dropping off a little bit here.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all well and good. So, but like I said, I've already announced, like, next week we're going to have the FPV revisit for DJI. Chuck is going to try to fly some this week, and he's going
propellers.
He's going to
propellers.
He's going to talk to Keith, and he's going to fly some this week. And so next week we'll have them on. Hopefully Ethan will be able to be here. Maybe we can even talk to Ethan about 3D printing some too while he's here next week too.
Maybe.
And unique things coming out for 3D printing and where they might have possibly come from.
Gee, I wonder how that happened.
What do you mean wonder how that happened? I mean, I've seen a lot of really cool stuff come out for the DJI FPV drone.
Oh yeah.
And I know where it came from.
Me too.
And I know a lot of people out there are like, man, we need this, and this. And I'm like,
Contract. There's a contract.
Well, it's not so much that. This particular person just doesn't like the limelight and is very good at this. So, Michael says they're doing 2 giveaways on Friday night. And don't forget, and Philly's birthday, Michael's birthday is today. Philly Drone Life's birthday is today. So you can drop by and give him a happy birthday.
Well,
even though he's Ed Rickard me, he won't talk to me, won't come on the show anymore. Yeah, that boy tried to tell me one time he was worried I was going to leech off of him. I'm like, dude, what? I don't leech off of anybody. Sorry, just kind of threw that out there.
You're okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. It just kind of, but the whole point is a lot of people don't understand that I love this hobby, not to the extent of I want to be a superstar on YouTube. I've said it a million times. If it happens, yay, fucking A. But, I'm not going to pursue it. I would rather do something like what we did tonight that's going to help everybody. That's why I mentioned that about what you're going to do in the field to calm yourself down when you're in a stressful situation. And I thought it was kind of weird that that's what I found was like, humming a song or singing a song when I'm getting nervous or jittery with my drone.
Whistle while you work.
To just kind of keep me in the there. That was the only reason I brought that up, because I know a lot of people will be, you'll say, well, what do you do for stress management? And then they'll go, I just, follow my, they do the book answer. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you the book answer. And I'm like, I would rather have some real world, okay, this is what I do. If I'm about to start cussing and terrified my drone's going to fly away, then, because I've actually had to watch like little cheapo toy drones, like the little, they were kind of like the X5, SEMA X5 type clones, the little bitty ones. And I've had them get away from me.
Well, Art had that happen. Our co-drones had
one got away. The point of talking about just giving up, I've tried. And it's got to the point where it was beyond line of sight. And I'm like, well, I can try.
Off into the sunset.
I don't think it's going to do me any good.
Flew off into the sunset, huh, Bill?
Yeah, it literally left.
Oh. Yeah, that's too bad.
Hey, Curtis, I don't mean anything bad by it. Something. You know how Mike is. Somebody said something to him, or somebody messaged him or something, and then he's took it to heart, and that's I can't do anything about that. I can just be me. And usually if I gripe about something or I bitch about something with somebody, I do it directly to them in their own messenger. I don't make a big, drawn out to deal about it, or call them out in chat when you're watching their show or some shit like that. Like I'll go on and try to be nice on Mike's show, and I'll pick at him and stuff, and then he'll just start like cut me to the quick, like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Coast to coast drones. Nobody likes your damn show in the first place. And I'm like, dude, I'm not being that harsh, am I? And I'm just trying to pick at him or something. And that's what it feels like sometimes. So
Fly Zone Drones is doing what I got to do next. I got to get back to editing that vlog up.
All right. Anyway, I've done enough whining and crying and bitching and moaning. So
I'm gonna have that too. So
yep. So we'll call it a good evening at that, right? And don't forget to come back next week for our FPV show. Oh, wait a minute. Air Day FPV or FPV Air Day? John's going to get mad at me because I keep screwing that one up. Anyway, peace.
Peace out.